So you want to come to Vegas and you want to stay at the best Italian-themed hotel. You have three choices. You have Venetian Palazzo, which is based off Venice. You have Caesar's Palace, which is based off of Rome. And then you have the Bellagio, which is based off Lake Como, which is in northern Italy. I consider all of them to be 5-star. Yes, I consider Caesar's to be 5-star. So you have three 5-star options, and each one has a different Italian theme. Let's talk about which one is best. I'm going over location, theme concept, the attractions, the atmosphere, the restaurants, the bar lounges, the shopping, the rooms, pricing, pools, and experience. There's a lot to go over. I'm going to try to get through it as quick as possible. Let's get to it. Okay, location. Caesars is dead center strip. So if you like walkability and you like to keep your options open in Vegas, Caesars offers an easy walk down to the north end, which is Wynn, and then Venetian Palazzo, and then an easy stroll to City Center, which is where I'm at the Cosmo. You have Aria, and then everything in between. Bellagio is right next to Caesars. So all the benefits that you're going to get with Caesars walkability, you're pretty much going to get with Bellagio. And then Venetian Palazzo is on the north end. And that is my favorite part of the strip. It's the classiest. I think it has the best hotels with Venetian, Palazzo, Wynn, Encore. You also have Mirage down there, which is one of my favorite hotels. And then you have Fashion Show Mall. Even though the north end is my favorite spot, I like Caesars here. It edges out Bellagio. I know Caesars and Bellagio are right next to each other, but Caesars is literally dead center. Bellagio is just a little off center, so even though both locations are great with Caesars and Bellagio, I'm choosing Caesars for location. Okay, theme and concept. This one's really important. This one could be the deciding factor, especially if you want some escapism in your trip. If you want to feel like you're somewhere else, the theme and concept really needs to be pinpoint. Venetian and Palazzo is based off of Venice. Lots of artwork, lots of statues everywhere. It's very ornate. It is absolutely palatial and stunning. Caesars is based off Rome, so you're gonna have a lot of statues and a lot of fountains. And then Bellagio is based off of northern Italy, Lake Como specifically. In fact, of the three, the Bellagio has the weakest Italian theme. If you went into the Bellagio and didn't know it was an Italian theme, I think you'd be hard-pressed to pinpoint the origin of the theme. There's no way you would choose Northern Italy unless you knew ahead of time. So the Bellagio has the weakest theme. I'm going to give the strongest theme to Venetian Palazzo, just because the theme permeates through every edge of the property, from the outside to the lobby, to the walkways, to the casino floor, to the Grand Canal shops, and especially into the rooms. No matter where you are on property, you're going to get that Venetian theme. Caesars is right behind Venetian Palazzo. It's close, but it really trails in the rooms. I don't get a strong Roman feeling inside the rooms at Caesar's Palace. Okay, attractions. Bellagio has two of the best attractions in all of Vegas. For a hotel to have one, that's a big deal. Bellagio has two. Bellagio has the most famous attraction, the one you just saw, the fountain. At one time, it was the largest fountain in the world. Now it's number 2 behind Dubai. And of course, it has the Garden Conservatory, which is my favorite of the two. Venetian and Palazzo does things a little differently. They don't have one main attraction, but they have a lot of mini attractions. They have that beautiful Love Waterfall, which magnetizes me every time I walk by it. And also Venetian Palazzo has a slice of Venice right inside it, which is St. Mark's Square. If you've been to St. Mark's Square and then come to Venetian Palazzo, it is almost a spitting image. They did a really good job with that. And then they have the gondola ride. So if you want to take a gondola ride, either inside at the Grand Canal shops or outside at St. Mark's Square, you can do that. And I was thinking about this one. I can't really pinpoint a Caesars attraction. I mean, the hotel is beautiful, it's striking, it's stunning, but I don't think it has a main attraction. I mean, Caesar's Palace has fountains and statues and Roman architecture scattered throughout the entire property. It's really a sight to be seen, but I can't pinpoint one main attraction. So for attractions, it's pretty easy on this one. Bellagio is number 1, Venetian Palazzo is number 2, and then Caesar's Palace is number 3. Okay, atmosphere. All of these do have an Italian theme and concept, but which one has the best atmosphere, has the best energy? Caesars, it's modern, it's dark, it's cool, it's clean, it's a great crowd. It was really a fun place to be. Venetian and Palazzo is ultra high-end. They won 15 5 Diamond Awards in a row. They were the first Vegas hotel to do that. Inside, it's not as dark and as cool as Caesars. It is a little lighter, it's a little brighter, it's a bit more clinical, and I think that is to show off all of the beautiful decorations and artwork that they have inside. Bellagio is pure opulence, it's regal inside. You literally feel like you are in the most expensive casino in Vegas. Because the Bellagio is literally so rich in extravagance, I just don't feel that comfortable there. It's just almost too over the top in terms of decoration, in terms of class. So for atmosphere, because it's dark and it's cool and it's fun, but you still get the Roman vibe, I'm going Caesars number 1, Venetian Palazzo number 2, and then Bellagio number 3. Okay, so for restaurants, I'm just going to name off a few at each place. Restaurants, Venetian Palazzo, you have Wolfgang Puck Cut. Emeril Lagasse del Monaco, you have Smith & Lewinsky's, you have Sushi Samba, you have X-Pot, you have Major Domo, you have Lavo, you have Tao, and you have Mott 32, which won Restaurant of the Year in Vegas in 2019. Those are all ultra high-end, and then if you're looking for something more casual, I think Venetian Palazzo has 20 different pizza places, there's a British pub. You're going to have an array of dining options at Venetian and Palazzo. It's the second largest hotel in the world, and with that comes a ton of dining alternatives. Bellagio is going to be your place for ultra high-end dining. That's pretty much all it has. But it does have some of the best restaurants in Vegas. If you're looking for that ultra sophisticated dining experience, you're going to have Le Cirque, you're going to have Picasso, you're going to have John George's, you're going to have Jasmine, and then you do have a couple other restaurants like Lago and then Yellowtail. Bellagio does have really, really good dining. Caesars does have one ultra high-end dining place with Guy Savoy, and it has a few other notable places as well, such as Old Homestead, the Steakhouse, and Nobu. For restaurants, this is pretty easy for me. It's Venetian and Palazzo because it's so diverse. You have ultra high-end dining with Mott 32, you have really fine dining with all the places I mentioned, and then you have a lot of casual dining as well. Bellagio really doesn't have any casual dining. It's mostly ultra high-end. And then Caesars, based off proportion to how large the property is, to me just really lacks in dining. So for me, it's Venetian Palazzo number 1, Bellagio 2, and Caesars number 3 for restaurants. Bars and lounges. Venetian Palazzo has a couple of my favorite lounges in all of Vegas. It has Dorsey, Electra, and Rosina, and then it has a plethora of other places to eat and drink. Again, because it's the second largest hotel in the world, just by default, you're going to have a ton of drinking options. Bellagio doesn't really have much. That's not what the property is known for, and that's by design. They do have a nightclub called Bank, which really isn't the best, but in terms of drinking, Bellagio is not the hotel for you. Caesars has one of my favorite lounges in all of Vegas, Vanderpump. It has another really cool lounge called Vista, and Caesars lobby bars, just their casino bars and their lobby bars, are some of the best in Vegas. Even though Vanderpump has a special place in my heart, I'm choosing Venetian and Palazzo on this one. Dorsey, Rosina, and Electra are not only some of the coolest places to get a drink in all of Vegas, the mixology is outstanding, and also because of its size, Venetian and Palazzo just literally has bars everywhere. So Venetian Palazzo number 1, Caesars number 2, and Bellagio number 3 for bars and lounges. Shopping. This one's kind of difficult because all three are really strong in this category. Caesars has the Forum Shops, which is not only one of the most beautiful places to shop, it's some of the best shopping in Vegas. The Venetian Palazzo has the Grand Canal Shops. And then Bellagio, although it lacks a standalone shopping area, has some of the most elite brands and stores in Vegas. Number 3 in the shopping category is Bellagio. Although it does have some really high-end and elite shopping, it's really limited and it's not very diverse. There's nothing mid-tier or casual. Surprisingly, and I say surprisingly because the Grand Canal Shops are so stunning, I'm putting them at number 2, and that's because Caesars Forum Shops are literally just outstanding. You have high-end shopping, you have mid-tier, you have low-range, all in one of the most beautiful and stunning shopping experiences in Vegas. Okay, rooms. Bellagio had outstanding rooms 20 years ago, but today they're just outdated. The rooms really haven't been touched for almost 2 decades. Now they are finally starting to remodel those rooms block by block, but it's 10 years too late and they have a lot of catching up to do. Venetian and Palazzo, I think, are the second best rooms in Vegas. The standard Venetian suite is 650 square feet. That's twice the size of a standard Vegas hotel room. And then the Palazzo rooms are 720 square feet. Those are gigantic. Not only are they huge, they're 5 diamond. They literally are some of the best rooms you can get in Vegas. The Caesars rooms surprised me. As I said before, they are more 5-star than 4. I had no idea the Caesars rooms are going to be that nice. The room I had at the Augustus Tower was so impressive, I think it could be the best 5-star value in Vegas. In this category, number 1 and number 3 are quite easy. Bellagio is dead last, Venetian's number 1st, and Caesars is solidly in 2nd. Okay, pricing. These are all 5-star properties. Caesars is kind of 5-star light or diet 5-star, but pretty much all 5-star. These are some of the best hotels in Vegas, all 5-star. You're going to pay some money for these hotels. Caesars is going to be the cheapest of the 3, but it's also going to be the lightest 5-star experience. Okay, so Caesars is going to be the cheapest. Venetian, Palazzo, and Bellagio are a little closer together. However, when I look at rates, and I look at rates constantly, pretty much every day, Bellagio is weirdly higher priced, usually. And that's kind of weird because the hotel rooms aren't nearly as good as Venetian and Palazzos. So for this category, I'm going to rate it based off value, what you get over what you pay. For value, I'm rating Caesars at number 1, Venetian Palazzo at number 2, and Bellagio at number 3. Okay, if you're coming here in the summer, you're going to want to know about the pools. All these pools are really remarkable, and they're all kind of different. The Bellagios are going to be quiet, and that's just because of the crowd there. The Venetian and Palazzo pools are going to be the busiest with the most energy, and that's because there are so many people there. It's the second largest hotel in the world. There is a pool in each tower. The Venetian pool is going to have like this terrace type feel. There are like smaller square pools scattered throughout the entire pool area. And then the Palazzo pools, which are infinitely better than the Venetian, they're going to be bigger. They're going to have a better pool setup. You're going to get better sun. There is more space, better restaurants. That's really the side to be at, Palazzo over the Venetian. And then Caesars is going to be right in between the two. It's going to be a bit more reserved than the Palazzo Venetian, but a bit more edge and energy than the Bellagio. This one's a draw. No matter which one you choose, you're going to have a great time outside. Okay, the last category, experience. This one is probably the most important because with experience comes memories, and that's what you're paying for in Vegas, to create lifelong and unforgettable memories. The Bellagio has the fountains, it has the garden conservatory, it's the most iconic hotel in Vegas, it's sheer opulence, pure extravagance. It really is a sight to be seen. The experience at Venetian and Palazzo, well, it's the second largest hotel in the world. So that right there is going to be unforgettable. The place is huge. It has 3 times as many hotel rooms than the town I grew up in had people. Just navigating the Venetian and Palazzo campus is a memory. Also, the way that they replicated the Venice theme is outstanding. It's as close to going to Venice as you can get without going to Venice. And then of course you have your mini attractions like the waterfall and the gondola rides. My experience at Caesars was so fantastic, I was almost embarrassed that it took me a decade to get to that property. Caesars was able to infuse the Roman concept with the statues and the fountains while still being modern and trendy and fun and cool. That was my favorite thing about Caesars Palace, was that it still offered escapism, but I still felt at home. So for the experience category, I'm rating Bellagio at number 3. Yes, it has the garden conservatory. Yes, it has the Bellagio fountains. And yes, the place is sheer opulence. But these are all things that you can get by walking through the casino and seeing both those attractions, which are free. Going to Bellagio is absolutely a lifelong memory, but staying at the Bellagio is not. Caesars is coming in at number 2. It is the most livable hotel of these 3. I felt the most at home. It's the most comfortable. It's the coolest. But the Venetian and Palazzo is just oh so special. I've talked about it a lot through this video. I've talked about it a lot in my previous videos. It is my number 2 ranked best hotel in all of Vegas, and plus you get to enjoy that exotic Venetian theme while staying there. To finish up, after I've taken into account all of these, location, theme, concept, attractions, atmosphere, restaurants, bars, lounges, shopping, rooms, pricing, pools, and experience, Bellagio comes in at number 3. It was only number 1 in one category, and rightfully so, which was attractions. Caesars comes in at number 2. It won in location, atmosphere, shopping, and pricing. And Venetian Palazzo comes in at number 1, no surprise here. It ranks first in theme concept, restaurants, bars, lounges, rooms, and experience. So that is it for this video. If you're coming to Vegas and trying to choose an Italian hotel, hopefully this is helpful to you. Again, I've stayed at all these hotels, some several times. If you're looking for those experience videos, check the link in the description below.